Well, hello, beautiful people. I'm going to give y'all all a few seconds to come in. Welcome to Weekends with the Wells. I'm your host extraordinaire. You trying to get me copyrighted? He is. Oh, you guys can see me. Okay, I'm looking at myself on the phone. Hey, y'all. Good evening, you guys. Come on in. Share me out if you can. Thumbs me up. Leave a comment before you leave. But yeah, like I said, welcome to Weekends with the Wells. I am Jessica. My husband is over here, not in frame. But this is where we basically have a millennial date night where we talk about all things. Your phone is. He has my notification. Swipe. Where we talk about all things marriage and have like a date night. So hopefully you have something to eat and you have a beverage of choice. Mine is root beer in a stemless wine glass, not on the rocks. So yeah, you guys come on in. Hey, y'all. Hey, Fifi. Y'all, I have got to catch up on videos. I have not shown anybody any love. I've literally just been home doing nothing. Actually, I was doing something, but pretty much doing nothing. And I still have tons of laundry to do. So what did I say in my What's Cooking Wednesday? That I wasn't going to be doing anything? Plot twist. I've been doing all of the things. And I wasn't supposed to be doing any cookies. And guess what, you guys? I took a cookie order. Yeah. I never do what I'm supposed to do. Just patiently waiting on Mr. Wells, the other half of the Wellses.
Make sure my face straight. Can't have no eye boogers.
He said he has to make sure his face is straight. He can't have eye boogers. Meanwhile, you guys, we had Wild Wings for dinner, and I forgot how good Wild Wings is. Like, the wings were really good, enough to where I threw them away. I was going to show y'all. I literally cleaned the bone. But a recap, the girls are gone for the weekend. We literally have the house to ourselves. And we're doing nothing but catching up on sleep. Legit. Joe is off this week, so that's good. What have y'all done today? What have y'all done this weekend? Hold on, let me add this banner because I thought I did. What have y'all been doing? What are y'all doing? In my Leslie Jordan voice. But we have a good topic tonight, you guys. I think, like one question. And no, we have two questions. And then we have like our main topic. You need me to move? The Devo is here.
What it do?
Are you going to introduce yourself to the people?
What it do, what the business is. It's your boy Joe. And Jess.
You went so hard for your intro. Can y'all hear me okay? I know y'all can see me because I'm looking at myself. But can y'all hear me? Testing, testing. You know, I really don't have on any mascara, but I feel like my eyelashes are doing the most dumbest thing. Okay. So we have three people in the live. Isn't that awesome? Thanks, you guys. Like I said, don't forget to thumbs me up. And don't forget to share me out if you can. And basically, like, this forum is like a safe place for us couples to like come and talk and discuss like all the things marriage. Oh, hey, Patrice. She says she did nothing but lessons plans and grad school homework. #teacher life. Well, all I've done is edit vlogs and attempted to do laundry. I have folded 1.5 baskets. Also, you guys, I stripped my towels like the TikTok hack. Y'all, I vlogged it. All I'm gonna say is y'all just stay tuned for the vlog. I don't know when I'm gonna post it, but that's why y'all have to have your bell notifications on, so you know when I post it. But y'all, I thought it was a myth, but it is real life, and when y'all see it, y'all will be amazed. So anyway, so we are going to go ahead and get into our date night. Right, handsome?
Right.
So I guess give everybody a recap of your week, good, bad, indifferent, what has grind your gears, crushed your Jordans, all the things. So anyway, so we are going to...
No, sorry about that.
Do you want to tell the people anything about this week?
New J's came out today for all my sneakerheads out there. I try to get some off of the sneakers out. It was a fail, but I always got next week. Oh yeah, and Yeezys dropped today too. So you might want to try to cop those. Y'all probably don't even care nothing about no Yeezys or no sneakers, but hey, I'm just gonna say what I did today because that's what she asked. Oh, and I worked. Also, if y'all have any remedies for a swollen tendon in the ankle area, because like what had happened was I stepped. One thing about also I want to put this out there.
You gotta go. You gotta go into. You can't even bring up the topic. You gotta go into what you was just saying. What'd you say? You said
it's a segue.
Because I haven't even talked about my stuff. So
well, you should have won. You gave me the first thing.
Tell them about your jacked up tendon. Ask them if they know how to fix it.
Hey, anybody know how to keep the swelling down on the tendon? And see, it's hard for me to actually recuperate the tendon area because
he's on his feet
all the time. I'm a courier, so I'm on my feet all the time. So if
he's
y'all know
essential.
any wraps, I might try some icy hot.
But can we just say how much Joe roasts me for having bad knees?
But this is work injury related, not just genetic.
Don't come for my genetics. Because first of all, nobody in my family has bad knees but me. Anyways, hey Harrison Family Vlogs. Hey Traces of, am I saying it right? Traces of Tawan's Life? I feel like that's right. But yeah, Joe is always roasting me, but he's the main one who buys all these contraptions for his ailments.
What contraption?
You have that little roller thingy, the cylinder thing.
Oh yeah, y'all need to cop that.
You have the cylinder thing. You have that massage thingy.
Yeah, the massage gun. Y'all need to cop that. Hey, it's the truth.
What else do you have?
That's it.
You have something else.
No.
You were buying all those essential oils for your jacked up everything.
It helps me sleep. Helps you sleep. Anybody who has a humidifier knows that the cool air, kind of like the moisture in the air, helps you sleep, helps you breathe better.
Sorry, y'all.
This is how she is. She always on her phone texting.
Well, backstory, my aunt's birthday is next Saturday. So we did like a live today. So not a live, but we did like a Zoom call. So yeah. So my aunt is actually calling me now. 1 second, y'all. I'm calling you back. And I know you ain't talking as much as you on your phone and computer.
Hey, y'all remember the last one? Then I said how she always rebutted what she just did. What did she just do? She rebutted, right?
Y'all better be glad we're on
Proof
camera,
is in the
because
pudding.
if not, I would have jabbed him right in his carotid artery. Anyways, what was I about to say?
So you don't even know because you're so violent.
I'm about to kick you off my show.
So violent, man.
You are the guest.
Y'all help me. Y'all can see in my eyes. I'm screaming for help. Dang.
This how he acts when the kids ain't here.
And I fed her.
And he acts as you should.
And I fed her. See how she still acts? See how she treats me?
First of all, he did not feed me because I had a coupon which made my said food free.
Coupon doesn't matter.
Free.
You was fed.
You had to eat too, not the way you was scarfing down them wings. Oh, and Kenyatta.
Is that another rebuttal? Is that another rebuttal?
Kenyatta, if you were watching this live, if you watching the replay, because I know it's your anniversary weekend, girl, I was able to get all flats. Y'all remember when I was talking about that on What's Cooking Wednesday? And y'all said that y'all like, we asked the flats or the drumsticks. We got all flats. That was my first time having all flats on a meal. Y'all, life. I don't like the drumsticks, but the wings were life. And babe, you can hush about your rebuttal.
Because you always rebuttal.
Anyway, so Joe gave his recap. My recap is I have planned all of my content officially. I have another huge announcement coming to my channel. I'm not pregnant. Just preface that. But another huge announcement with my channel. And if some of you were looking for the Spotlight Saturday today, I did not do it today because I was doing the live and I didn't want the live to push down the Spotlight. So Spotlight Saturday will actually start next Saturday. And I have that lined up for the next 12 weeks. But I kind of feel like I need to add like maybe Spotlight more than just one channel, just because it's so many of y'all and the love that I want to show to you guys now. If I do it the way that I'm doing it, you won't be in until like after the new year, and I don't want to do that, so I got to figure that out. So anyway, so that's that. Also, didn't get to work on my cookies, but I did stay up till like 3 o'clock this morning. Hush, babe. I stayed up to 3 o'clock this morning, and you guys, I came up with the cutest cookie creation. I got to finish it tomorrow, but it's going to be so, so cute. Cutest cookies you've ever seen. So anyway, so enough of that. Enough of that. Traces of Tawan. Is it Tawan? Yeah, I said that right. Traces of Tawan said I said it right. Blink. AW. AW. Don't stop with him. He's just a guest. He ain't even going to be here Monday through Friday and Saturdays. He's only here one Saturday. Y'all see, I don't even put him on camera. So anyway, so we are going to go through our questions. So, babe, what's the question that you want to pose?
I ain't no supposed to pose question.
You did. Your segue, your tendon question, and then you said that you were going to ask the question, and I was like, don't ask
I wasn't going to ask a question. I was about to say about the cause of the tendon. This is a public service announcement.
We were going to talk. Are you talking about the massage?
No.
Oh.
This is just a little personal service announcement to all the beautiful people out there. Please replace your numbers on your homes. Please. It is frustrating for a courier to have to look for your house. I know you've probably been living there for years. Oh, the postal service or the mail person should know where I live at. But sometimes it's not always the same person. So if your numbers are faded and you cannot see them, or if they blended in the background, I don't know why certain people have a brown background and they have brown numbers. It like all meshes together and we can't even see the numbers when we're driving on the street. So just as a, just to help your fellow couriers out, replace the numbers so they're visible so we can see them. We don't have to look at your neighbor's number just to find out what your house is or whatever. It really just helps out. So I just want to put it out there.
Is that what grinds your gears when you're out there driving?
Yeah, because we got so many deliveries. Now we got to wait because every neighborhood is not the same. Like every neighborhood is not in sequential order.
Oh, like as far as the numbers. So like
right.
One may have the even on one side and odd on the other, and maybe flip or all of this.
No. It'll be like, say for example, if every neighborhood got odds and even sides, right? So instead of it being 2, 4, 6, 8, if some neighborhoods go from 2, 20, 46, 48. So while we're looking at a house,
45, 46.
So while we're looking at while we're looking at houses in our truck, we're looking to see what that house number is. So if that house number is like 2, and then we were like, okay, the next one should be 4. Then it might not be 4. That person may not even have no numbers on their mailbox. So we like, is this a jump? Is this actual number 6? Is this actually number 10? So we have to drive past their house or past the next person's house to see what number it could be. So now we have to drive past 2 houses or whatever, then bag up and be like, okay, this is house number 6. Let me now deliver here. Because if we don't, then they calling, talking about where my package at. Well,
I am still waiting on 2 packages from Amazon. That
was my little rant.
Can I also just say?
And also, if you got wooden stairs or little steps, make sure they're not dry rotted. I almost hurt myself, kind of due to this injury, is because I stepped on somebody old behind bricks. You know, some people got bricks going up to their house. So I stepped on the brick broke. Like, it wasn't cement, it was so old. Like, the house was so old, when I stepped on, like, the cement and all that cracked. So it bent a bit down, so I had to catch myself. When I did it.
Workman's comp, did you tell your job? Because I'm trying to get paid.
No. But anyway, yeah, just maintenance, man. Just help out the couriers out there, man. We'll appreciate it. We do. We trying to get you your package just as much as you want your package. We trying to get up and out of there. So yeah, that's my little rant.
Meanwhile, can I just say, you literally cut your mustache with precision too. It's so crisp and clean. Let me touch it.
Weirdo, man.
It like literally looks like you just boop, boop, boop. Anyways, so now that Joe has had a whole rant, speaking of tendon, because he didn't segue into this, we had a whole conversation earlier, conversation/roast session. How do you prefer your spouse or significant other to give you a massage? I have back spasms and sciatic nerve pain due to carrying 2 children. So for the past say something.
I'm listening to you.
So for the past couple of weeks, I've been having like the sciatic nerve pain like in my back and like at the top of like my butt. And so me personally, I would prefer for Joe to literally massage till I feel like my skin is ripping. Who's that? Traces of Swollen. We have the numbers painted by the driveway. Okay.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you, biblical lyricist.
It's good to have it on the mailbox or the closest thing to the road, because it is some older people.
Just my opinion.
There's some older people that are couriers and they can't see that well. So that's why we like for it to be either reflective, because it's going to start getting later, especially now, because a lot of people going to call and wonder where they package at. And we're going to bring it back to the station. I'm telling you right now, if I'm driving and I can't see your numbers on your mailbox or your house or whatever, it's not visible, I'm going past your house. I'm sorry. You're not getting your package today, ma'am, sir. You're not getting it. I couldn't find the house. I'm going to code it as can't find customer's home. And then you're going to look and you're going to look at your message talking about, oh, wait a minute, couldn't find my house. My house is right here. I'm just letting you know, when y'all start getting the messages, like especially around Christmas time, we're going to be flooded with packages, especially due with COVID. Look, couriers out here, we're going to be out here 11, 12 hours, 13 hours.
Meanwhile, me and the kids will be sitting here waiting for him.
12, 13 hours
him
a
to
day.
come home.
And we trying to get up out of there. And, as you know, it's going to start getting later, start getting darker. So reflective is a lot better, so we can just see. We want to get you your package. We really do. We really do. So just make it easy.
He is not getting paid for this. Not sponsored at all.
Not sponsored. I'm just
a man trying to do a job.
I'm just trying to get you your stuff so you can be happy you got your stuff, and we happy that we could deliver it to you. But yeah, that was my little rant, man.
Okay, so back to the question. As far as massages go, so like I said, I like for a massage to be very, what did I say? Very forceful. Like, I really want you to, like, use your knuckles to massage.
Break skin. What she's that name.
And that is how I massage. Bae, how do you like your massages?
I like pressure massages. So I like the pressure of the massage and then smooth it out. Pressure, smooth out. Pressure, smooth out. I don't like.
So I guess I like pressure and force.
I don't know what you like, but I'm gonna tell y'all this: when we was dating, the conversation came up as far as massages, and I was like, yeah, you know, I like massages as well. And this one said,
I was trying to get him, y'all. I
give great massages. I give great massages. I'm like, okay, she give massages. All right, cool. And, you know, most of the time, as a what they call them, massage people, masseuse.
Mm-hmm.
Masseuse. You know, you see them and they use the pressure of the muscle, whatever, to smooth out the muscle, right? That's why I said I like the pressure and then smooth it out. Pressure, smooth out the muscle. This person, I had a hurt ankle before, right? And she was like, "Oh, I'll massage it for you." She gets my ankle. Mind you, this is what they call it, inflammation. So it's
why are you using technical terms?
Right now it is a fresh tendon. Inflammation is very sensitive. Guess what this one do? Guess what she do? She up there ringing around my goddamn ankle like it's a towel.
Gotta get in there.
And you know, I ain't want to be no punk. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be no punk. You know, we dating, so I'm like, I ain't trying to be no punk. So daggone, I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to hold back my tears. Cause I'm like, oh my God.
You were holding back tears.
I'm like, oh my God, she's about to kill my tendon. She did it for like 2 minutes. I just said, oh, babe, thank you. I'm good. I had to, when she left, I had to ice my daggone ankle because the inflammation didn't go away. But yeah, she said she likes some freaking like got daggone break
I need
skin.
all of the force. Just because like
that's not a massage.
Yes, it is. To me, it's a massage. Like, I want, like, get in there. Joe, he massages too soft. Like, no. So comment below. Do you prefer, how should we do this? Should we do,
what you mean?
Like, to take a poll. If you like your massages forceful, type Jess. If you like your massages tender, like a little baby.
No, like an actual massage. When you go to a masseuse and you see people masseusing, they're not freaking jumping on nobody's back. Freaking King Konging on them and that like that. They're not doing any of that. It's soothing. You lay there, they apply either like some steam or something. You actually have a humidifier. And they pressure the muscle. And smooth out the muscle.
Get you a steamer thingy. Get a steam thingy.
I ain't no steamer.
And then so that way I can help loosen up whatever, and then I can massage.
No, just need some regular oil. It's like if I say it's sore, that means you should be the most gentle as possible because it's so sensitive.
To me, that's go time. Get in now.
If I have a crook, in my back or something like that, like I tell her to step on my back, which they say that's terrible because it messes with your spine. But that's how I like my massage up. A lot of pressure and then smooth out the muscle. That's how I like it. Unlike Jackhammer over here.
So again, if you like your massages forceful, like me, say Jess in the chat. If you like them like a sissy girly girl, like Joe, then you can say Joe. So yeah. So let me tell everybody, hey, that has come in.
Your mom ain't here to my what did.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Vernell. Vernell said, you know what? All states need to put lights on the streets anyway. When they turn dark, the delivery people and the people who drive for the disabled can see the addresses.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I will say this. I cannot see at night. Joe can attest to this. I do not drive at night. I'm basically I'm not going to say I'm legally blind, but I'm getting pretty close. Like, I cannot see at night. I'm not a night driver. And so pretty much like at 6:30, if it ain't something that is where I know I'm going, I'm not on the street. Even if it's lights or not, I just cannot. And so for that reason, Vernell, I will definitely say, yeah. Okay.
And
so,
also like what Vernell saying with the street lights, you gotta remember, some of us deliver out in the country, there's no street lights. Like, some people forget that. And like, we go into the places that I've been, you would never ever think someone lived there. You just think it was woods. But it'd be people houses there. And you even think the houses are abandoned. But people live there. And then they want you to find a house, and all they have is a dirt driveway, no numbers, no nothing. We just kinda gotta be like, oh, this is what the map says, so maybe it's here. But yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of stinks too, because when Joe's out, when he's in those areas, he doesn't always have a signal. So I don't be knowing where my husband at. So, Mom, you didn't walk on that. You did not walk in on anything. We're just talking about massages. But I'll let you know if you need to leave. Biblical lyricist said, simple, bro, easy does it. No. And you said absolutely. And then Vernell said, on my massages, you better put heat on my areas first. Let it sit there for 10 minutes. Then you can come back and do what you got to do.
That's right. Warm that muscle up.
No, I don't even know if I like heat. Well, no, that massage oil we have is kind of like.
No, because you like the heating pad when you have some. You like the heating pad.
Yeah, I do like the heating pad, but I don't like the heat then a massage. It's either one or the other.
No, I probably prefer like the heat to kind of heat it up, and then you come and kind of smooth it out. But then you gotta be a little more gentle, because
I'm not gentle. I think that's the issue. But I know one thing: you ain't gonna go to nobody else to get a massage unless it's an old lady.
I get with an old lady. They got soft hands. They got soft skin.
They do not have no soft skin.
They do. What old person you done ran to with hard skin? None. Their skin be soft.
What happened? Why is their hand soft? Is it because they don't have as many skin cells? I don't know.
Because they're old.
If you're elderly watching our chat, we don't mean it.
I think somebody said they're from Jamaica, man.
Yeah, biblical lyricist.
Oh, okay. From Jamaica.
He ain't even
Charlie.
He ain't even been to Jamaica. Have you?
No.
Wait, haven't you been to Jamaica?
No, I haven't been to Jamaica.
I've been to Jamaica. That's been somebody else.
Why do people say Charlie? Charlie.
Are you sure that that's what they're saying?
Yeah, they're saying Charlie. I don't know what it's for, but it's
you
almost.
You could be cussing.
No. It's almost like bumbleclot. Like.
What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
No.
But he be on my case when I say something.
Anyway.
Okay, what's the next topic? What did you say you wanted to bring up? I know Vernell had a question from the last live, so I'm going to that now so I can answer that question. And so that question was oh, here it is. Okay, so Vernell said from our last live, because if you don't know, I have been going through all of the comments from the past year that I haven't responded to, and I'm actually going through and responding. So this one was from Vernell, and he said, Jess and Joe, if one of you had trouble in your past about people talking about you and it hurt your feelings, and it actually carried over into your daughter, and it comes up as a married couple, how would you guys handle that with empathy and sympathy at the same time? Empathy meaning you went through it yourself, and sympathy meaning you didn't go through it and the other mate did. How would you handle that? And how would you comfort each other to overcome that? Let that sizzle in your spirit.
Go ahead, answer.
No, you answer. You're the guest.
Hey, it's your channel. What you talking about?
I know, so then I can say what happens. You go.
You're a weirdo. That was a long question.
You want me to break it up in parts?
Yeah, so basically said,
Hold on, I'm about to read it again.
why don't you just leave it?
Because I just screenshotted the thing. Wait, what happened? Albums. Here we go.
iPhones.
Hush it. So Jess and Joe, if one of you had trouble in your past, about people talking about you and it hurt your feelings and it actually carried over into your daughter and it comes up as a married couple, how would you guys handle that?
Oh, I had people, well, I went to school, it was like East Side High, so you had to be tough, you know, even as a kid, you had to be tough going to that school. Levi White, all my Levi White folk, what they call it, Jingles right now, but Levi White, people know, if you went to Levi White, whoa, you had to have tough skin, for real. But I did used to get job on my teeth. Even this one still kind of job on me.
We job on each other.
But I used to get job on, because I used to roast cats. Like, I used to really like roast cats. And then the only comeback they could have come back with is my tooth. So basically, you got background on my grill. Basically, I had my...
You had a fallback tooth.
My baby tooth didn't come out. So, you know, you have how some people have the teeth on the sides that grow over their teeth. So the other teeth is like pushed back. But see, I had that one in the front. And it was only, that one. So...
Hold on. Time out.
What?
I'm about to flame you. Your baby tooth was in the front?
No, goofball.
Oh, I was about to roast you. I was about to roast you for your whole life. You just don't even know. So your permanent tooth was in the front.
Yeah,
your
my
baby
permanent
tooth
was in the back. Yeah.
Okay, because I thought you were saying your baby tooth was in the front. I was ready.
No.
Fun fact, me and Joe have both collectively had a lot of dental work done. I think for my teeth.
You the one who got that.
Don't do that. I've had probably about, my mom's in the comments so she can tell y'all.
Yup now.
I'm gonna say I've probably had maybe $20,000 worth of work done in my mouth. Just with, and don't y'all come for me in the comments. Just with oral surgeries and pretty much like reconstructing my mouth. Fun fact, I was supposed to be like 6 feet. Fun fact number 2, I'm only 5'2". So the growth they estimated was off. And so they had to do all this stuff to fix my teeth. And my mom and dad didn't want me to wear headgear. So that's where all of the reconstructive stuff came in. So yeah, but Joe and his fallback tooth, don't come for me.
Yeah,
you had a whole. You had a whole.
On your level. Nothing
you
on your
didn't see
level.
my teeth.
I ain't gotta see.
Joe has. Oh, and that's another thing.
Got that industrial strength braces on.
Joe has never seen any pictures of my mouth.
So it must have been that bad.
Joe has never seen pictures of my mouth pre-dental work. They will never surface. Ever. He'll never see it. He'll see it when our kids have to have braces because both of them have the same shaped mouth as me. So he'll see it. But he ain't seen the before. He's just seen the after.
Yeah, she was talking about me. All I had was one tooth that was, in a situation.
I had too many teeth for my mouth. So they had to pull out like 7 teeth, 4 permanent teeth. It's the whole thing. I've had an appliance in my mouth since I was 6. And we both have permanent retainers. So, yeah. Don't come for me. But Joe had a fallback tooth. We didn't even answer Vernell's question.
I know.
What was you saying? What you gonna do?
Oh, no, I said, so like one of our...
Leah says say hey to her on the live. Hey, Stupid Boo Boo.
But, if one of them came to me as far as, they getting picked on whether it's the grill or whatever.
Oh, I'm at the school.
Nah, it ain't that serious.
I'm not.
It ain't that serious. I just tell them, you know, you just gotta have a thick skin, you know, you just kind of gotta hold your own.
I think with the girls, our response with them is honesty. Like, we pretty much give the girls like a real life scenario. We don't try and like sugarcoat it. And we give it from Joe's a little bit.
There's a little more sugary over here.
Joe's a little more honest just because.
I have to be. I'm dad.
Yeah,
so
I was just about to say he's daddy, so he has to be a little bit more brutally honest, which I appreciate that because both of us can't be brutally honest. So in some situations where that has come up, very few and far between, pretty much Joe handles that aspect, don't you think?
What's
like when situations like this come about, you kind of, most of the time, Joe is the one to be the voice of reason and say how things are. I just come across super emotional, like, who's their mama? Let me call them. Let me go up to the school. All of the things. So I guess in that regard, we handle it with sympathy and empathy, but it's like, what is it? The super ego and the ego, like the good, the bad. Joe's like I'm all the things, and I'm more of the sugarcoating it, if that makes sense. Oh, excuse me. Lee, if you see mommy drinking this root beer, it's just because me and daddy had wings. I know I said I wasn't going to drink any soda, but it's root beer and it's caffeine free.
Somebody saying hello.
I'm going back to the chat. 1 second, you guys. I'm checking the chat.
She's never organized with this chat thing for some reason.
I'm about to kick him off my live.
She's never organized. Unlike some people who think she's so.
Why you always be hating? Why do you hate? Why? What is it? What is it for you? What do you get out of that? Leah said, your teeth really? Hey, Unc. Beehive Nation TV is in the chat. This is amazing that y'all can come together and give us real about life/marriage. Like when, babe, I told Unc how I've been in here when I went shopping for all the fall stuff, and he was like, what else are you going to get? Because I got to get all new Christmas stuff too. So yeah, so that was the question. Also, you guys, the other question about the massages, if you like your massages firm and forceful, Jess in the comment. If you like them like how Joe likes them, super soft for whatever reason, you can put Joe. So the main topic of tonight, Mom, you might want to get off the chat because you may not talk to me and Joe tomorrow. So I asked Joe, what should we talk about on our chat tonight? And Joe said it should be something controversial. And I said, no, we're not going to talk about that. However, I seen something that came up and I was like, you know what, babe, you are right. We should talk about this. And I will save the other topic that I have for next week. So, I mean, not next week, next month. Because y'all know we do this the second Saturday of every month at 8:30. So, the topic, drum roll, please. So, the topic for tonight is the S word. Not that S word. Submission. Ta-da! That is what we are talking about. So, when you are, let's do a little backstory. Backstory to when we went through premarital counseling. So if you don't know, Joe and I did, how many weeks did we do? We did a lot of weeks of premarital counseling. I think we did like we got engaged in April. We were done in September. So April, May, June, July, August, September. So 20 weeks. That's a long time. So we did like 20 weeks worth of premarital counseling. We went every Saturday and we literally talked to our pastor. well, they weren't our pastor. Our church, my church, acted kind of dumb, and so I couldn't get married there. But our pastor that married us was actually my childhood best friend's father. So what did Mom say? She
Bye.
said, "Bye."
Stay here. Stay here.
I know my mom was gonna leave. So anyway,
stay here.
So backstory, we were in premarital counseling, and that was one of the topics that came up. And so in my mind, I was like, you know what? Submission. I am not his slave. I'm not going to submit. I'm not going to bow down. I'm my own woman. I'm strong. He ain't gonna tell me what to do. All of the things. Wasn't I like that, babe? Yeah, I was. So, can you define submission? Okay, I'm gonna define it. And so that was my whole mindset, and the way that Mr. Tony and Miss Lisa explained it to me, because I was like dead set, like no, was basically to the point to where, babe, help me if I'm getting this right. Not the fact that I'm less than Joe, but the way it's structured is God, the husband, the wife, and the children, right? Mm-hmm. And not so much that I'm less than what I am as a strong woman, but I do take lead and direction from my husband, just like he will take lead and direction from me. But as him being the man of the house, once he comes to me and says, hey, babe, what is it that you think we should do about this? And I give my opinion, I'm trusting and believing that you are going to do what's best for the family. Do I have that right? Is that how it was explained? Okay. So in my mindset, how old were we when I was like 27? So in my mindset, I was like, I ain't doing that. My parents ain't raising me like that. I'm not going to be submissive. I'm not going to do any of that. We here, which we are here, but there's some things that Joe takes the lead on, and there's some things that I take the lead on, just depending on how things are. So fast forward to this week, and I'm not sure if y'all have seen this. I don't watch The Real, but Jenny Mai, who is engaged to Young Jeezy, mentioned on The Real that when she gets married to Young Jeezy, she plans to submit to her husband. So with that being said, the other co-hosts were like, that's not how that works, yada, yada, yada. And what Jenny Mai was saying was that she is a boss in all aspects of everything in her life. When she comes home and she is not in that mindset of being the boss, she wants her husband to take the lead. She wants to be able to fall back and let her husband execute and do things of that nature. Now, I will say, from my own personal experience, and I'll let Joe chime in after this, but with my own personal experience, I wanted to be the lead all the time. And I'll define submission when Joe is talking. I wanted to be the lead all the time. I wanted it to be basically nothing happens without me saying, okay, yeah, you're the man of the house, but I'm the woman of the house, and that's just how it's going to be, and you shouldn't have to do anything without it coming through me, whatever the case may be. And I realized over time that, one, that basically demasculates Joe. Not that he's ever said that, but to me, that's how I felt. Because if it was a situation to where the roles were reversed, I know I would feel some type of way. And two, I didn't want it to be a situation to where Joe felt like he could not execute or take on the role that is basically, it is given to you because you're the man of the house, the role that he has, that his social role, which is the man of the house. And so with my own soul searching, I realized, like, hey, some things, Jessica, you are going to have to fall back. It's not like we are not equals. We are equal. However, if Joe comes to me for something, I expect him in his role to figure out what is going to be the best avenue after he's gathered all of his information. What is going to be the best avenue for our family, and then for him to execute it, and for me to trust his lead. And that was one of the major issues I had too, because I didn't want to give up that control. Fun fact, I like to control stuff. I didn't want to give up that control, so me actually letting Joe, I don't like that word, me actually releasing the control to Joe was like, oh no, I don't want to do this. Over time, I think I've gotten better. But I'm going to let Joe chime in on what you felt as if, what you feel as if it's submission, and then I'll give the definition. Okay. So I guess you want to go back to the backstory with us some premarital counseling?
Oh yeah, I mean we did.
Hold on, 1%. While Jeff's talking, let me get a charger. Oh, say something.
The actual weeks of marriage counseling, which is of course to me, I think every couple should do if you plan on getting married. Definitely go through marriage counseling. It does help to have a third party that's not on, that's not on either side. They don't really know you, so they're gonna just pretty much how should I say this? They pretty much gonna give you the truth out of their perspective. And remember, if you go into a marriage counselor, go with someone who has, a higher standard on life, as far as if they've been in a marriage or they're currently married in a successful relationship. Anyway, a lot of people say, being submissive, well, most of the time come from women and some simps, but that a woman shouldn't be so submissive and, all this independent woman and all this.
And there's nothing wrong with being independent.
Which is all great. Even how there was like, well, a woman can do everything a man can do, so why should she be submissive to him? It all depends on your culture, really. And I tell people that all the time. Even some people ask me in my job about situations on being submissive, and the women always ask me, how should I be submissive with my man and all that good job. It all depends on your culture. Like, we believe in the Most High. We believe that's a higher being, all that good stuff. So we follow a different code. Someone may be atheist, or someone may be Catholic, or from a different culture. So them being submissive may carry a whole total meaning. So like, you have to be careful when you speak to people with different culture backgrounds, because it's not going to be the same, and y'all not going to reach really a conclusion as far as a woman being submissive. So,
but if your husband, or because you can't be submissive to your boyfriend, that's not how that works. But what's the word? What am I trying to say? Everyone, you said it before. It's almost like you have to where am I going with this? It's not given. So you're not, when you come into a marriage, it's not given that you are submissive to your husband. It's earned. You know what I mean? Like, you've displayed, hey, you can take the lead, which Joe had. I just wanted to be in the lead too. And so I looked up the definition of submission, and it means to ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive, which I don't think I'm passive. And then another definition says that submissive means having sets of rules between themselves and their partners which govern their relationship. This says, what does it mean to be submissive to someone? To be submissive is to obey or yield to someone else. When you are submissive, you submit to someone else's will, which literally you put your own desires lower than theirs. You can see this in the Latin root of the word submit. But I don't think that's true. I don't think in our relationship, I put myself below you. I don't think I do. I think that we're both equal as far as partners, but I'm trusting you to take the lead when we come about a decision. So, for instance,
You don't have to be so literal.
So what do you mean?
Like,
no, I know what you mean, but I'm saying like elaborate.
I'm just saying as far as you are putting yourself lower.
Yeah.
Anytime you submit, you are doing
yeah,
that.
true.
But some people, they pride don't want them to say that. But you are. That's basically let's just call a thing in my Jessica voice. But when a woman's being submissive, yes, she's putting herself in the outside looking in under. All right, under the man, basically. But in actuality, she just doing what's right. So she's not really just saying, "Oh, I'm putting myself under." It's basically, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see what he's saying. And what I said in the previous marriage couple thing, as far as like the woman, you have to earn it. As a man, you have to earn a woman that's going to be submissive to you. If you kind of look at it as with certain women as like the pimps, like
what?
No, I'm finna break it down.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because like you know how pimp have hoes, right? And they submit to him. But why do they submit to him? Is because he provides
all of the things.
Yeah, he provides the protection. He makes sure, of course, they eat. So they're submissive to him because they like, well, he's taking care of me, so I'll be submissive to him. So
not in
a marriage, it's kind of the same way. You have to show the woman that, hey, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna provide for you, you're gonna be taken care of. Then the woman may be like, okay, yeah, I'll let you handle it. You gonna take care of me, bam? I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you handle it, let you do what you gotta do. But now, a woman should be submissive to a man that's tired. Tired means sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you do have women like that. Like a man may not have no business, nothing to provide, nothing to bring to the table, but they still think they should be submissive. No, I think you should be submissive only to a man that's able to provide, protect, and make sure that you're taken care of. That's the only way I can see a woman being submissive to a man. Every woman shouldn't be submissive to every man. And being submissive is not a bad thing. It's just a lot of the culture nowadays pushing a lot of independent women stuff, which is it's okay to be independent, but don't let that be your ego to be so independent. Like I seen on the Judge show the other day, when the judge asked, well, she was getting all these accolades about herself, all these attributes about herself, how she don't go clubbing, she take care of herself, she's homebound and stuff like that. So the judge said, "Oh, you wifey, like wifey material." And then the judge asked her,
was she auditioning for basically like for a man? Like, hey, you coming with all this stuff? Like,
are you looking for a husband? She said, "I want a career." What?
Yeah. And it's nothing wrong with that, but I will say,
just as much as you want, just as bad, and like I'll be telling a lot of women this too, just as bad you want a job, just as bad as you want a career, should be just as bad that you want a man. And it's not that just any man, but a man that's, like I said, who's going to provide and protect for you. It just trips me out how I hear people, they do all this, even some men too, like you do all this and, I need a career, or I need for a guy, I understand, you need a job so you be able to protect, provide, do those things for a woman. But when I hear like a woman, I need to get all these degrees and buy all this.
Hold on. I was that, remember?
I know. And when I told y'all, when I told her, she was like that.
I was like that.
She was like, "Oh, I have school," because I was like, when I was trying to talk to her, whatever. Like, hey,
set the scene. Set the scene.
Basically, I was like, hey, like, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to get to know you, but hey, I'll let you go. Like, if you want this career, you want to do this career thing, all right, cool. There's other women out here that I know qualify for why I need them for.
They wasn't gonna.
Basically, is what I was saying.
They wasn't gonna put up with Joe.
Like,
this was the thing. So when Joe and I, backstory.
Quickly, you doing all the backstory. Just
hush,
let's
because
start from the
bring
point.
them up.
They don't need all the backstory,
because when
baby.
I dated someone prior to Joe, I was pretty much like, I put everything on the back burner for that person, which was dumb. Hindsight. However, when I met Joe, I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that same thing. I am going to put myself first. I had Leah at the time, so I was like, oh, I'm going to get all my degrees, and you just going to fit in where you get in. Like, get in where you fit in. And I was expecting Joe to just be like, oh, okay. Well, Joe hit me with the, oh, you can do that if you want to. All I'm asking for is just a little bit of your time. But I was so in that mindset that, hey, to me, I kind of felt like that was Joe's way of saying, oh, you don't need to do all that. But that wasn't the case. Joe was still like, hey, you could do all those things. You could be, be in your career. You could be in school. You could be a mom. But you also need to give me a little bit of your time. And I respect Joe for that, because he could have just easily just not said anything, and he could have played me to the left. But he knew what was up.
All right, one of the questions
he knew
real
what
quick.
Was that.
One of the questions
what
we
does
got.
Having a career have to do with being submissive? I think what's the word? The connotation of being submissive is that, oh, you can't have a career, which I have heard this from women. So they'll say, oh, you can't have a career and do all of that and be submissive. Lies. And piggybacking back on what you said about being submissive, yes, in that regard, I will say you are right that I am lower than you, but the respect is the same. Mm-hmm. You don't disrespect me, I don't disrespect you. You come to me and ask me for advice, just like I come to you and ask you for advice. So in that regard, yes, you're right. I am lower than you, but the respect factor is what is the key. And I think that's where people miss all that with submission as well. It's not like Joe's like, hey, girl, you need to do X, Y, Z. Joe's never like that. He's never yelled. Joe doesn't even yell. I'm the one who yells. I'm the one that's like reckless. Joe doesn't do any of that. So in that regard, you do, in my mind, I do have to fall back, because you're showing me, hey, look, this is how we're going to execute it. This is how things are going to be. This is how we're going to set things up for ourselves. And I'm like, okay, you're right. But in that regard, he still comes to me and says, hey, babe, this is what we're doing. I may counter back, hey, we should do X, Y, Z. But it's still that respect. It's never that disrespect. I think that's where people get the misconception. Like, you're literally like my master and I'm the slave.
Right. You have to, like I said, like I tell a lot of women, you have to let go of that ego. Like a lot,
and there's nothing wrong with having all the things. A lot of
people have that ego as far as, I'm not lower, I'm just as important as he is.
Yeah.
But I always say, just like the moon and the, what I said, like the moon and the sun.
Yeah, you do say that.
It's just like the moon and the sun. Both of them have different roles, but both of them are vital in this, for this world to operate. You need the sun just as much as you need the moon. So the sun is not jealous of the moon, and the moon is not jealous of the sun.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. It's take the ego out of it.
Yeah. And I think some women think that you cannot have that career. You cannot be all the things. I work full time. I have a business. We have kids. But when and I think that's the other thing too, because of the respect that the girls even see, hey, they hold Joe to a high regard. They know, hey, if daddy says something, that's what it is. Like, it's okay if mommy says something. They respect that. But if I say, hey, look, I need to talk to your daddy, whatever they know Joe is saying, like, it's law. It's no rebuttal. It's no anything. And I think that's another thing that I want the girls to see. Even like with my dad. Like, I know if my dad says something like, yeah, I know if my mom says something that's law, but if my mom says, hey, I'm telling your dad, then I'm like, okay, it's real. And the girls see that with Joe too. They see like, hey, daddy is daddy. And whatever daddy says, that's it. And it's that respect factor. So I think that's the thing. Being in a relationship, and Monique said this. What's Monique's last name?
Who?
Monique, the comedian.
I don't know, but just
I don't know. But anyways, Monique said that I got the portable charger. Monique said that basically when you're in a relationship, you can plug it up. That when you're in a marriage and you're being submissive, you have to look at it from this standpoint that women, and I'm using a pee analogy, men stand up to pee and women sit down to pee. You can hit close. What? Hold on, y'all. My little charger thing. What did you do? Hold on, you guys. Leave it to Joe not to know how to work an iPhone. You might have to go get my other charger. I think Leah done broke all my chargers, y'all.
Oh, yeah, Lee.
Yeah, when you come home,
Yo,
we're going to charger check you because all of the chargers are missing.
Where's my charger, yo? I just got those, yo. I'm going to see you.
Anyways, so she said that basically with the pee analogy, men stand up to pee and women sit down to pee. Both of y'all can't stand to pee, which I get that. You can't. So in that regard, like I said, I kind of fall back and I'll let Joe take the lead because it's a portable charger. It's like 36%. In that regard, because I do trust Joe's lead. But again, like I said, there's some things that Joe comes to me and he's like, hey, babe, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think about this? We talk about it. We go from there. And I leave it at that. If Joe decides that, it goes in the orange one. If Joe decides that he wants to go the opposite way of what I suggested, then I have to trust and believe that what he's doing is in the best interest for us in the household. Sometimes Joe doesn't make those decisions and I just have to make them and be assertive because Joe is sometimes very, very, very indecisive. And so sometimes I do have to step in and take that lead. Oh, excuse me, but that doesn't discount everything that Joe is as a leader and a provider in the household. It's just I know, hey, that's his weak point and I need to come in and step in. Does that make sense? Are any of y'all submissive? Where is your definition of submission? I'm going to check the chat. What you think, babe?
Well, I mean, pretty much summed it up in a nutshell. As far as that. Segue, did y'all watch that debate the other day?
I'm not talking about politics on my...
No politics?
No.
Your boy Trump and Pence. Trump and Pence, them guys, they are funny, boy. They are funny, but...
I can't with Joe.
You can't talk politics right now, so... This
is not the type of channel.
Okay, I mean, it's fine. I mean, we talk about marriage.
Do I need to get the fly? Do I need to get a fly, Sean? Anyways, but yeah, y'all let me know in the chat right now, what are your views on being submissive?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? Have you done that in past relationships? If you are a male, is your wife submissive? What is your view on that?
Are you struggling being submissive?
Do you feel as if
is it a struggle?
Call 1-800. I'm just kidding. What was the question I was gonna say? Do you feel as if this is a good one? Do you feel as if you are submissive that that there's a respect issue? Because that was one of the things that was talked about on The View. They were saying, basically they were all, not The View, The Real, they were all saying the same thing, but different ways. In some aspect, you are submissive in your marriage, but it's not a situation to where you are a slave and the other person is a master. And I think that's, I'm trying to sit on the blanket so that way I can sit up because I'm kind of short. But people think of being submissive as a slave master type situation, and that is not the case. The case is there's respect all the way around, but both of y'all cannot lead at the same time. That's like having two managers. You can't have two managers. There's the manager, and then there's the assistant manager. Or if you watch The Office, it's the regional manager and the assistant to the regional manager. Vernell said, Joe, how do you feel?
Oh, wait, gotta hit this first, man, because everybody else gotta read.
They see it in the chat.
I'm just saying. You should.
Okay, so Vernell said, Joe, how do you feel about, let's just say, Jess working, and just because she brings home a check, do you still give her money? This because to make sure she's all right. I know some men do not do that. I think it's not right how you do. It's not right how you feel about the situation. Okay, so
I think the question was towards me.
Oh, go ahead.
She about to take off.
All right, go ahead. So, how would you answer that?
As far as her working, I don't mind. I don't mind her working. She actually, I tell her this all the time, babe. You don't have to work. I said if she wanna just do her cookie business, that's fine. But you have to remember there is some lifestyle changes that might have to go along with that.
And I'm not ready for the lifestyle.
So she's not ready for that lifestyle change.
And the way that we have it set up, and part of his Vernell's question is about if I bring home a check. So this is how we do things in our marriage. I have my own account. Joe has his own account. We have a joint account. Joe has his own savings. I have my own savings. We have a savings together. Joe has a car loan. I have a car loan. We're both on each other's titles. We're both on the credit life disability type situation. But that's Joe's car. That's my car. And so in that regard, we have our money together, and then we also have our money separate. That's just how we came into it. That's kind of how we were advised when we had premarital counseling. But Joe tells me that all the time. He's like, babe, you could stay home, but you're just not going to have the same type lifestyle. We would have, our lifestyle would be the same. I just wouldn't be able to ball out of control like how I do like that. However,
also to the second part of the question, as far as do I give her money? I don't necessarily give her money. It's just basically, if she needs something, I just really get it.
And sometimes I don't even ask.
Also, her shoe collection has flourished because she might be like, oh, babe, I need some walking shoes. Bam, she gets some walking shoes.
I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just get them when I get them. But
and there don't be no cheap walking shoes. We talking about Vapor Max, Joe Ross, Air Maxes, no cheapies. You know what I'm saying? But and no, like I said, really ain't nothing wrong with giving your wife like this. She's not a girlfriend, she's my wife. So yeah, it ain't nothing wrong for me to get her some money if she need it. Now, do I ask sometime what you need the money for? Yes, and it's not really like a.
And I don't think I've ever asked you.
Question as far as like I'm her daddy or something. What you need the money for, girl? But it's basically like what you need the money for, because she might be asking too little. She might, if she's going somewhere and say, hey babe, I need $40, and I'll be like, okay, what you need the $40 for? She might be like, oh, to get maybe my oil or something on my car done or something like that done. Now I might be like, no, you're gonna need about $65 to $70. I just tell her because she might be low balling the situation and she might need more money. But that goes with that one. Don't want to go too far into that.
Okay, so.
And that's one it's not.
Did you hit the button?
Situation. I'm not reading. I'm just reading the second part.
Yeah, and I think too, I will say this, Joe is the type.
I've tried it, but the person
he gives a lot. Joe gives a lot. Even when we were dating, Joe's gifts, or even if I mention something, or if I say, hey, for instance, the very, very first gift Joe gave me was a Dr. Pepper t-shirt and a music box. A music box snow globe. You remember that? I still have that. But I had told Joe, hey, when I was little, I got this and this is my favorite drink and yada, yada, yada. Joe's that type. I don't have to really just, say, hey, it could just be in general conversation, and Joe always comes through with something. I'm not always like that. Joe be like, man, babe, I want those new J's, and I'll be like, okay. And then 2 months later, Joe got those J's and 4 other pairs of shoes, and I'll be like, God dang, I didn't even have a chance to get it. But Joe's just that type. If he sees it, he's just gonna get it. If you say you need something, he's just gonna give it to you. So the next question says, this is from Samara, and she said, I've tried it, but the person wasn't ready. But I see now that I did that with the wrong person. Now when I get married, I want to let him lead. Absolutely. But you have to let him lead when he exhibits the qualities of a leader.
Yeah.
Because I will say that I tried to let in my past relationships, let that person lead, but those relationships weren't catered to marriage. They weren't married. They weren't marriage material. I don't know why anyways, that's a whole nother vlog. But until we went through premarital counseling, I viewed being submissive as if it was the worst thing since anything. Think of your worst thing. That's what I compared being submissive to. Not the fact that, hey, I was already doing that anyways. Because I'll ask Joe just in general conversation, hey, babe, I'm thinking about doing this on my website. What you think? That's me listening to him to actually take the lead. Now, I will fuss about it like, man, why you always saying this, yada, yada, yada. But ultimately, I'd be like, he right. Sometimes I don't even say it. And then sometimes I do have to eat crow and be like, babe, you know what? When you said that, you were right.
It'd be 3 weeks later.
It do, because I don't be wanting him. That's still the control thing. Yes. I don't want Joe to have the big head to think that, okay, I'm always coming through with the knowledge. But I gotta let him know, yeah, babe, you're right. You're right.
I have to. I don't even really gloat. Majority of the time I don't gloat. Sometimes I do. But majority of the time it should be well, babe, I listened to you and you was right. Okay.
Yeah, and you say okay like that, and I'd be
just be like, okay, because I know I'm right. When I told her the first time, it's almost like, how sometimes you tell your kids something, you're right, but then they be like, go ahead and do this something, and then find out they come back, mom, dad, yeah, y'all was right. Okay. That's how I feel sometimes, but also that's a building block as far as, okay, my husband know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I say, when you be submissive to someone, it's a building block that man must have established for the woman to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna listen to him because he know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, because I will say it in some regard, I'd be like, man, I'm not even gonna ask him. But I know I need to ask him because we talk so much. It's more of a respect thing. If I was to go and make a decision, I'm still going to be like, hey, babe, what you think about this? I'll call him about the dumbest things like, hey, babe, listen to this email. How does this email sound? Does this sound professional? How should I send this? And that's the same thing with Joe. Joe do the same thing with me. But it's about releasing that stronghold on your control. I'm still struggling with it. But I think I've gotten better in 5 years. Because our first year of marriage, I was like, everything Joe said, I was like, nope. I ain't listening to it. You don't know what you're talking about. But now as we've gotten older and we have more effective conversations and argue effectively, it kind of helps prove the fact that Joe is the leader in the relationship, and it is okay for me to fall back, because I think we even had a conversation where I was like, I don't want to make the decisions anymore. I want you to make all the decisions. And that's because I was still trying to have all that control and do Joe's job as a husband in the marriage and do my job and try and be a mama and try and do all the things. And it was just too much. Then I come across just snapping and being belligerent when all I could have did was just release the control just to let him take the lead. Does that make sense?
There's always, man, like sometimes I just don't get it. As far as like what's wrong with it? It's almost like with anything, with different generals in the army.
Wait, go ahead. Burnell. You read what Burnell said.
With different generals, the workplace, there's always someone that's on paper higher than you. It ain't like you look at them with them jealousy. It's like, okay, this person have been through it. Like, if it's a person that have been to wars and he said, well, we should go this way, you shouldn't be combative and be like, well, no, I've been in the war too. I mean, but this dude been
it's like you have.
It's almost like he already got it. But Burnell said because
Burnell
excited over there.
Burnell.
Hold on.
Girl.
Okay, makes sense.
Is awesome, Jess. Yeah, he is. He's pretty awesome.
Let's see, correct. I've been married, but I see what
she
you're
said.
saying.
I've never been married, but I see what you're saying.
Right.
Look what Burnell said. Tell me that don't sound like Jessica.
Ladies, remember we are the net that turns the head 360 degrees to all the way around him so the family can stay safe because the man is the head that protects and provides. That's a good.
How many times have I said you the head, but I'm the neck?
Right.
You can't move without me.
Yeah, that's true.
I literally say this all the time, Burnell. We here. But like I said, even like if you have a conversation with other people, their definition of what being submissive is completely different. My mom and my dad, because my mom's probably not even on this chat anymore. My mom and my dad feel like being submissive is a bad thing. That they did not raise me that way. And they didn't raise me that way, and it is not how they wanted it to be. But then when I explained to my parents, hey, look, this is how our viewpoint is, it's literally the same way my parents are, but they just don't say submission. It's the same thing. My mom takes the lead. My mom lets my dad lead. My mom listens to what my dad has to say. She consults him with his advice, but they just don't use submission. They don't say that word. So it's like when you say that word, everyone's like, what? Peas and carrots? Peas and carrots? You said what? But it's...
Peas and carrots? Who said that?
Yeah, I'm just saying like peas and carrots. That's like extra warm chatter.
Oh, that's I don't know that. I don't know that Caucasian terminology. I'm just playing, y'all.
What does that have to do with the bracelet?
Who says that? Peas and carrots? Peas and carrots? Who says that?
Like when you hear like warm chatter and like...
No, we just say warm chatter. We don't say no peas and carrots. Peas and carrots? Peas and carrots? Who says that?
Don't come for me on my channel.
Boy, Lord.
But yeah, so it's like, it depends on the person that you talk to. Like I said, my parents think that saying submission is like the worst thing ever. But it's the same thing that they do in their marriage. They just don't say it.
But people think when you say submissive, it's because of television.
Yeah.
And people talking. Like, a lot of people use, I guess submission as being such a bad thing, but it's really not. Like,
it's not a bad thing.
It really isn't.
I think the whole biggest thing with everything, especially dealing with a marriage, is the respect factor. At no point should it be a situation to where you're disrespectful to your spouse or your partner or whatever. And I think that's the thing. People just see submission as literally Joe's going to be in my face with his finger telling me what I need to do, when I need to do it. Bring me his it's not even charging. Bring him his food. I got it. You just sit down.
You're ragging behind those on like our phone right here.
Y'all, I think you just don't know what you're doing. Give me this.
It's on. That's your raggedy stuff.
Did you go get me another charger?
Yeah, this one right
No, I'm talking about this. The cord.
That's a charged cord, not a charger.
Oh my gosh. Talk to the paper.
Speaking of disrespect, why she go? Speaking of disrespect, party people. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just me, but I see females on Facebook that got a man, they have a man, have a whole husband at home, but be posting such provocative pictures. And I look at them like, man, that is so disrespectful. To me, that is so disrespectful. A woman showing her body off when she's in a relationship, to me, is so disrespectful. And one of the reasons why I say that is because I feel she's looking for attention. Anytime anytime a woman is half naked or whatever, I think she wants attention, and she's not getting attention from a man, so she puts it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and those things. But I think that's like real disrespectful. I know y'all probably on Facebook probably see the women too, posting half naked pictures. I'm like, hold on, ain't she with such and such? But yeah, some people be like, well, if a man is okay, I don't see no problem with it. And let me tell you one thing about that too, about people who say that, even with a submissive, right? People will tell you, oh girl, you shouldn't be submissive, or this and that. You shouldn't be doing that, none of that. But behind closed door, they submissive to their husband. They don't tell you that part. Like, a lot of people will push people to do negative things that they would never ever do. And that's how social media is. That's how the news, some of this fake news is. That's how television is. They'll push all this, oh, be independent, be by yourself. You don't need nobody. You good enough. Not saying,
you don't need anybody.
You're thinking that, but they're pushing that agenda. But behind their closed doors, oh, they're submissive. They need their husband or their wife and all those things. But they're going to tell you to do it. It's almost like that person who puts on certain clothes and be like, that looks good on you. Meaning, I won't be caught dead in that. But hey, you can wear it because however you do is however you do. I'm going to hold me down. What you sniffing?
She said she agrees. She said, or they are probably single. But that's another thing too. If you are single and you are on Facebook showing all of the things, what's sacred for your husband?
Man,
I guess that's my thing. I've never been one to like show revealing things. Like, a lot of like my friends say I dress like a grandma. I don't think I dress like a grandma, but I dress, and I'm not saying that showing all of your goods is like not, I'm not going to say that that's not classy, but to me, I want to be more reserved. One, because before I had Joe, I didn't want that out on the internet. Even when you met me, what did I have on? A turtleneck. I don't know, a whole turtleneck and some slacks for when I was coming from work. But I am trying to pride myself on whatever goes out. Like, I don't want anybody to see what Joe gets. Does that make sense?
Right, and it should be like that.
Like, I don't, like, even like when I'm going to work, I may put on something. I'm like, babe, does this look like it's too much? Does this look like it's too revealing? Does it look like it's too short? And Joe is saying, it's okay, but, maybe let that be your last time wearing that, just because it just doesn't look as professional. Or, oh, it's a little short, you might want to change. Or even if I'm going to the grocery store and I have on leggings and they just look a little bit too revealing, Joe may say, hey, babe, you might need to change. Or if Joe's trying to walk out the house with gray sweatpants on,
garbage.
And I have to tell him, take that off. You don't need them thirsty women at the grocery store looking at you. So it's that, to me, it's that. Don't try to act like they don't be looking at you, babe.
They don't.
They do.
But yeah, that fake book, man, that I even see.
Oh, she's saying if they say that they're she said, I'm saying if they are telling you not to be submissive. Yes, they are probably single. And they probably want you to be single too.
Well,
like,
you can sit around, you don't need him. But then you look behind a closed door, he done slept with your best friend. Why? Because with some women, they'll tell, that's why you also, if you with somebody, don't say what all you do in the bedroom. or what
Right.
he does in the bedroom. Because you don't know
give them
which one.
nothing to talk about.
You don't know which one of your friends. Sometimes may be like, "Dang, I want that experience." And as soon as you have a disagreement with that man, you go to your best friend or your friend that you think your friend at the time, and tell her, "Oh man, he tired. He's sorry." And then what she gonna say? "Yeah, girl, don't mess with him. Break up with him. You don't need no man. You got you, girl. You got you." And then you find out 2 years later, yeah, I slept with him when y'all had that big breakup because I wanted to test on water that you used to tell us at the time. Like I hear a lot. I hear a lot of those.
Joe hears a lot. Let me tell y'all. I don't know who has made Joe the Don Juan of advice, but Joe will get random women asking him questions while he's out working. Like he could just be delivering to somebody, and they'd be like, "Hey, Joe, what do you think about XYZ?" The stories Joe comes home to tell me makes no sense. Like it'll be women he ain't even talked to like at all, and it may be just say a regular customer, and then they'll say, "Hey, Joe, tell such and such what you think about whatever." And I'm like, they don't even know Joe from Adam's House Cat, and they literally tell Joe all of their business. Like it makes no sense, and I just be on the phone getting the tea. He did what? Say what? Or Joe call me and he'll be like, "Hey, babe, what you think of XYZ? This person just told me that." It's crazy the stories Joe hears daily from women.
I think just sometimes also some women just want somebody to vent to or talk to that they may feel of that have a certain substance. And I just think the Most High.
Why are you so close to the camera? You had to get into the people?
No, just Bex saw her name.
Oh, you want me to pop you up?
No, you good.
But I will say this, and speaking of what you were saying about as far as telling your friends stuff, me and my friends, we have been friends for 16 plus years. None of us have talked about each other's spouse in a way that will have you like, really? Do you do? We don't do that. We don't do that. We may say, "Oh, well, Joe does this. Does Joe husband do that? Does he?" But as far as like having anybody curious about our spouses, we never bring that up. So I will say that because I'm not going to say that I talked about any of my exes, but I have had friends date my exes. And I'm like, but I told you he was trash though. Like scum of the earth. And you with him for what? Literally, this just happened like a couple years ago. So much so to my other friends was like, we cutting them off because that's girl code. But yeah, you can't be putting all your relationship business out in the streets. Because I think a lot of people get used to that too. Like, oh, that's my best friend. Let me tell them all the things. No, you cannot do that. There has to be some type of line that you have to keep sacred for your relationship, just like keeping your boobs and your butt sacred. You can't have all of that out.
Right. Don't be having all that stuff out. I mean, I know with some women you're voluptuous or large or whatever, and you want to wear like tight stuff, but like to a man, really, like you don't really have to do a lot for us men. You don't really even have to wear no tight stuff. Like before I met Jessica, me and my brother used to talk, and I said, man, you know what? I give much props to the Arabic culture women, cause they stay covered up, and like despite anything, like you don't really know how their figure is and nothing. So like when a man is talking to them, they just talking to them from an intellectual, like it's electrical.
Look,
you know what? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Intellectual?
Yeah, that word.
You say intellectual. What kind of vocab?
You know what I meant.
But he be wanting to help me with her homework though.
I don't really want nothing. But anyway, I just was like, man, I don't see why women feel like they have to wear tight stuff all the time, or they should worry about how their booty is bigger. Side note, y'all remember when
No,
Cardi,
we got time for no side note.
when Cardi B came out with that WAP, man, talking about how she don't cook and clean, but she got a ring, what she got now? And some people like, man, why Quavo or whatever was cheap? Offset, I'm sorry, Quavo, if you listen. But
Offset. See that into existence. That my channel blogs whenever you looking at my stuff.
So like Offset, why are you cheating? You know why? Because Cardi, she's not wifey material.
He want that old thing back.
Like basically.
Somebody said when he be saying grandma in his music, that's really because he want Cardi B to be like his grandma. I said, I hate the internet. When he be like, grandma. Mama.
But most of the time, like I said, man, the guys, man, we just really like it simple. Like if you can cook, clean, hold a conversation, be, you know, have a sense of humor, we are there.
I'm waiting for the other thing.
What?
And pretty.
Well, I mean, all prettiness and all that is a plus because you can lose that tomorrow. You can't say, "Oh, pretty."
You think I could lose my prettiness?
Yeah, you don't know what happened to you the next day.
Don't speak that. I can't sit down.
That's why I said don't say a forget one thing. Pretty, no. It's not about really being pretty.
So if my face was distorted and I still had a good personality, you would have hollered at me?
No. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm not going out here looking for people.
But in my face, let's say my face.
But like,
I'm not even gonna speak that.
Like if tomorrow something happened to you where, you know, or let's just say you had to take a certain medicine and you blew up and you gained like 100 pounds, right? And you couldn't move along. It ain't like, I'm Leo. I'm gonna leave you behind because, you know, you big now.
You'll still be with me if I was
stuff like that. Yeah.
No, yeah, you would, because Joe has always said he likes when I have weight on me. When Joe met me, I weighed 100 pounds soaking wet.
I don't like that skinny mini.
I weighed 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah,
and then,
I don't like skinny.
What? And then Love Weight took over.
Super chat.
Hey, super chat. And now here I am. Hey, Angela Critters. Okay, so I will say this too, as far as like being submissive, like kind of piggybacking on all of that. I'm still independent. Make no mistake. I'm still independent. But I let my husband lead. I'm still a boss because I own my own business, make my own money. But I still let him lead. And that's okay. You can have both, the best of both worlds. But if your husband is really doing what he's supposed to do, you will have no problem relinquishing those duties of being a boss. So Vernell said, submissive today is just let the men be the lead and let the man be the lead to lead the woman into the right direction. Let her be there to help you make the right decision. That's what 360 degrees is by the neck. Turning the head to make him think.
Right. That's right, Vernell. Yeah, I don't know if y'all watch 300.
What's that?
It's a Spark movie.
Oh,
in the movie 300, right? He had his queen. The guy, the messages came and, you know, gave him and spewed out this horrible deal or whatever. What did he do? He didn't look at his fellow brothers. He looked at his queen. And the queen, even though he could have taken it in his own hands and did what he had to do, he's like, you know what? This doesn't sound right, but I need confirmation. Let me look at my wife, or, you know what I'm saying, my queen, and see what she's saying. When he looked at her and she was like, that's some bull. Do what you need to do. You know, without even speaking, she just gave him that eye, and he looked and said, this is Sparta, and kicked the man in the well. See, that was, you know, a good woman, a good wife is there. Like when, you know, we as men are on the fence about something, and we know a woman's intellect as far as her intuition is better than ours, we'll look for that from her. But like I said, it goes both ways. She would have built blocks of that type of trust. So when I get in a situation, like I said, when I met her, just kind of go back. When I met her, I used to deal with nothing but cash, no credit, no nothing. But now that I'm with her, my credit score is good. I was able to buy a house, able to buy a car, and all that good stuff. She put me on game of that because I was just all cash money, baby. Cash money, but credit is very important, you know.
And that's where I say, like, with Joe and I, there's certain things that Joe has, qualities that I don't have. There's certain qualities that I have that Joe doesn't have. For instance, Joe is more of a business mindset. I run a business, but I'm sensitive. Very, very sensitive. I'm super, super loyal. Like if I buy a product from you and I love that product, I'm going hard for you all the time. If I'm using your product with my business, I'm going hard for you all the time. And I expect the same thing, but I also have to learn that that's not the case with everybody. But even with my business, even though I built my business from the bottom to where it is now, I still rely heavily, excluding my mom and my dad and my sister and my brother, I still rely heavily on Joe and his decisions, even though it's not his business. Because I know Joe's mindset is not going to be how my mindset is. My mindset is, hey, let me get these cookies out. Joe's mindset is, okay, how we moving? Where we building? Why you doing this? Why you being so personal? Why aren't you thinking more business-like? What's the holdup? That's Joe's mindset. My mindset is, okay, as far as Joe said with the credit, let me help you get to where you need to get to, because I don't want to be the only one to be able to have these things. I need you to have these things too. Let you have it, and then I can fall back, because that's how I want him to lead as well. And so keep that in mind too, that there's going to be some attributes that you have as a wife that your husband's not going to have, and vice versa. And so Angela Critter said, hey. I said, hey to her. Samira said, he's awesome, Jess. And then Vernell said, women leave something for the imagination. That part. When you're trying to get a man, you don't have to have everything hanging out or you're dressed too tight. You can read their name and their address. That is a turn off. That part. That part. I do not. And even now, if me and Joe go out, I'm still, y'all seen our date night vlogs. If you haven't, I have a whole playlist for that. I don't have revealing things. Like, Joe doesn't like that. He doesn't like for that to be out. And I don't like for that to be out, because I don't want everybody seeing my stuff. Plus, I got a mom bod. Don't nobody want to see all that. And so in that regard, not saying dress like a nun, but dress as if you are meeting your spouse. You want your spouse to have something to the imagination. Just like when you're dating somebody. What do they say? Why buy the cow when you can have the milk for free? That part. If they can see everything, why would they even wipe you up? Just a thought. And then
as far as going into a men perspective, when men are on Facebook, they gauge everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all women do too. But I know some people that I knew grew up in the church, all in the church, probably going to church services, praising the Lord, probably got all kind of scriptures on their page, and then I see on their live, they half naked, getting drunk, twerking all in the camera.
So when you were on Facebook, if y'all don't know, me and Joe met on Facebook. When you met on Facebook and you see my profile, what did you say?
I was like, first I was like, she's pretty. And then I was like, man, let me see, she got some ratchet. That's how I gauge. Like back then, if I was like interested in a woman, I would look at the profile picture. All right, let me see. Because a profile picture is, this is my profile. This is what you can judge me on. And pretty much it's one profile picture, right? So if a girl has a profile picture and she's in a bathroom showing half her booty, that basically means, hey, I'm fun. Basically, you don't need to treat me seriously because I don't treat myself seriously. I'm just having fun. I want to have fun with whoever.
Joe said too that when he looked on Facebook, he said, I didn't have you know how you see people that be like, Jessica, loving myself always.
Yeah, the people with the Juicy Berry, Felicia got these niggas tripping.
Really,
Hamilton, or just all that. She just had her freaking name.
Yeah.
It's all right to have.
And I had a crew neck top.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see nothing. And it was literally, and you couldn't even see my boobs. So it was like here up. So it wasn't even, and I didn't have what I have now, but it was from here up. And he slid them down. And I
just said, let me look at her other pictures. See, she got some old ratchet stuff going on. Because she's got ratchet stuff going on, that means I know how I'm going to come at her. Basically, I'm just going to come at you as, hey, I want to be your friend. How you doing? I just want to, but in my mind, I just want to beat, skeet, delete, basically. Basically, that's all I want to do because that's all you put in out there.
But when I seen hers, I had just started my Facebook.
When I seen hers, though, it looked at classy. And then a little ratchet. So I was like, let me go ahead and see what she's talking about. And then
you've been with me ever since.
And that's pretty much how I started. But yeah, man, that Facebook, boy, it got a lot of people, man. It got a lot of people with false
realities.
You don't even all these filters. Please stop. All these pictures, you looking like a monkey and looking like raccoon. I don't know why a lot of women put all these filters on there and lighten their complexion all up. And then when you see them, you're like, who is you? It's almost like you lying to yourself. It's like...
Well, we really don't know what people look like because they wear masks.
Yeah, I was telling her, I was like, why sometimes... I met her, she used to wear a lot of makeup. I'm like, why you wearing all that makeup? I understand. I hate red lipstick. I know I told you that, but I hate red lipstick.
Yeah, you've never
it just makes me feel like you're a hooker. A floozy.
So you think when I wear red lipstick?
When you wear red lipstick, any woman that wear red lipstick, I automatically think prostitute.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. Maybe
prostitutes don't even wear red lipstick.
Yes, they do.
They do. I've only seen one prostitute.
Absolutely, because when you put red lipstick on that, that's what draws your attention to their lips.
But you know what though? Your lips and your eyes are the nipple of your face. And y'all, I love my big fat gypsy wedding. I love Irish travelers. Joe thinks I'm insane, but I love the Irish traveler culture. But y'all, they're really wholesome women. They have values. They have all of the things. But they said on there that your lips, let's just say you're not going to do anything with your eyes, but your lips need to pop. Your lips or your eyes. One has to be the nipple. So I feel like if I wear red lipstick, I'm cute. I didn't know that. You're a buzzkill.
I'd rather, I don't even like when you wear the glossy lips.
Yes, I don't even like when I wear the hair store lip gloss.
I don't like that. I don't. I like when it's kind of like that matte, like I said. That's why I said my favorite one, the lipstick that I had bought you.
Yeah.
That was my favorite because it's not glossy. It's just a nice tone to your lip area.
But I don't think you're a prostitute.
I understand red. When I see women wear, and you know what I'm talking about, when women wear red lipstick and then they be all in the camera with the duck face, with duck lips or whatever, and I'm like, man, she a prostitute.
I don't understand.
She don't even have to be a prostitute, If you wear, I'm sorry if you wear red lipstick. I'm sorry if you wear red lipstick. But it depends on. Hold on. It depends on how you would also wear the red lipstick. If you got cheetah print on, they're even more prostitute-ish.
How do you figure?
If you got animal print and red lipstick, prostitute. She's looking for a good night and who's gonna be buying. That's what I look at it.
You.
I said that's how I look at it.
I know, but I'm saying I'm looking at you.
I'm just
you
saying.
fine. I think red lips are fine. I did not know until today 30 that Joe thought red lipstick equates prostitute. And I don't even know. It's not like you even see prostitutes in your real life.
I have seen plenty of prostitutes in my
have?
life. Absolutely.
Where have you been, sir?
I like you. I lived in South Augusta. And it's people that's, it's prostitutes that, they look regular, but at night they look totally different.
I would have never. I've only seen one, and that's because they were actually in Dunkin' Donuts when I was in Dunkin' Donuts trying to get their stuff taken off one of these pages. Oh, I told Super Chat, hey, Vernell said, she got me. And Samira said his wife gave him the nod, and the dude got kicked so hard. I've never seen 300. Say something.
Just say you need to see that.
Oh, okay. Vernell said, you could feel what a person is like. They know he's a good spirit just by the way he carried himself. On top of that, his name is Joseph in the Bible. God tested Joseph. Okay?
Okay.
Shut up, babe.
She was just talking about my name the other day.
Okay, so hold
on. My mama name is Mary.
I'm still a little baby Christian, okay? So his mama's name is Mary. And his name is Joseph. And I said, ew. Joe's brother's name is Matthew.
Yeah. But it's all coincidental. It's
not no coincidence.
Yeah, because I got a name,
How did your mom come up with your name?
From her daddy.
Her dad's name was Joseph?
No, her dad's middle name is Joseph.
I never knew that.
Right, so that's what
I learned something new every day about you, just like I didn't know your dad's middle name was your name.
Yeah. Someone saying, hello, host.
Who said that?
One big Irish fan.
Oh, hey!
So should someone get rid of older pictures when they are turning up on Facebook, even if you can see that's from years ago? Yes.
Yes, because I'm the type, let me tell you what I do.
Yes.
I'm the type, if I see your Instagram, I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom because I need to see your humble beginning. Was you really? Are you really the way that you are now? Or was you super ratchet? And I'm not even pursuing anybody, but I'm like, let me just go ahead and stalk you right quick. Or I'll scroll through all of your profile pictures to see like how bad of a picture that you took and who was really rocking with you at that time. And that's just me. I'm just nosy.
Like some of my friend girls, they get mad at me because they'll come to me and ask me for advice why they can't find a man. And I tell them, well, one way you can't find a good man because you got them hoish pictures on Facebook. And then
Joe is very brutally honest.
And then they gasp. You're like, Joe, what you talking about? I said, man, look at your picture. Okay, let's look at the picture. I tell them, bring on their Facebook. I said, let's look at this picture. What did this picture say about you? Let me see. You got a tight outfit on. You got the sexy face. I can see all your cleavage and your tattoo on your breast. You got another picture, pretty much the same, showing your butt tight.
Your butt.
You know what I'm saying?
On stage would say.
Or your wagon is y'all would say, showing your wagon. That really looks like somebody should take serious. And then I look at another picture they have, and I say, oh, look at this one. Your tongue out. You got your little hearts around your face. You got your filter on where you look like a raccoon with your tongue out, and your boobs still exposed.
You had to put all of the things together, the raccoon and...
Yeah. I tell them all, and I'll say, you wonder, and they be like, Joe, it's just having fun. I say, okay, ain't nothing wrong with having fun, but sometimes all your pictures don't need to be on Facebook. It's certain pictures on your phone only a select few people see. Like, I still don't get why people have like 2,000 or 3,000 friends on Facebook. Why you get all them friends? Even celebrities don't have all them friends and they famous. They just be friending everybody. It's crazy out here.
I had like 700 friends, and Joe was like, you don't know all them people. What?
I know.
I was like, half those people are my family. What are you talking about?
How you got 1,200 friends and you still broke?
I only had 700, and he was really trying to roast me. But Joe is the type on his Facebook, if you say something ignorant, he's unfollowing you. So literally his news feed is like me and 4 other people. It's me, Jesus Daily, and 4 other people.
No, it's not.
Sometimes he don't follow Jesus Daily.
Nah,
too many Bible verses today.
I don't know. Like I see people that's newly converted over, to the Most High, and then now
Don't you judge yourself salvation.
I don't be wanting to say nothing to him. I'm like, man, you was out here freaking. Like, I understand, you turned over your life and stuff like that. But I don't feel people should go so hard on Christ or whatever, or them being converted and want to give you all the scripture. Like, no, just stay humble and live by example. You don't have to put.
Let them put what they want.
You don't have to put scriptures every day, or on Sunday you going super hard. Like, you don't have to do that every day. Still be you.
Maybe that is them.
No, it ain't them. Cause they go so hard, and then you still looking all floozy. It's crazy. I don't know why people do that. Like, why you going so hard?
Well, why you mad though? Let them live their life.
Cause I'll be like, man, stop.
And then he unfollow y'all.
Yeah, once you start putting all that crap up there, I unfollow.
I be like, oh, babe, did you see such and such posted this? Nope, I unfollow them. Like 6 months ago. What do you mean you unfollow them? I cannot. Joe does that all the time. And so, Samira, she over here laughing. What? Hold on, what kind of emoji is that? She said, Cheetah, you a mess. And so, one big Ari family, hey. And Samira said that she does that too. See, I be scrolling. Even like with businesses, I do that too. Because I need to see your growth as a business. Yeah. And then Vernell said, I don't like taking pictures to this day. That was before Facebook came out. And I'll take a picture once every decade. And Samira said, y'all are too cute. We are a mess. Y'all, literally, we are like this in real life outside of this. These marriage vlogs is just because y'all like seeing Joe. And I don't be having time to y'all see how he be going off on a tangent? I don't be having time to be editing all that stuff. So you just get the raw and real. So yeah, it's 10:39. Y'all really be going hard with us on this.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Weekends with the whales. I appreciate it.
I know. We need to wrap it up.
Yeah, because I got cookies to do. And I didn't go to bed until like 3 o'clock this morning. And somebody overslept this morning.
Almost overslept.
You overslept, sir. You overslept. I came in. You see how I came in as the neck? You see that? I came in as the neck this morning and helped you. I didn't want to yell at you in your sleep.
Man, you're late.
Would you rather me yell at you? When you yell at somebody when they're in deep sleep, not the way you were snoring, you might have startled yourself. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, yes, I got 22 thumbs up. That's what's up. All in Super Chat, thank you so much for sharing me on Reddit. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who has shared me out, because I seen Jess Shalafonte shared me out earlier too. So thank you, girl, if you are watching. She just had a baby too, little India. So yeah, but I gotta do cookies and finish this laundry that I was supposed to do earlier today that I didn't do. And Joe's trying to watch the game because that's what he's been sideline looking at while he's been on live. So yeah, y'all, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If y'all have any topics for next weekend with the whales, that will be the second weekend of November. So that will be November 14th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if y'all have any ideas or topics you want to discuss, you can message me on IG, which I have that in the description, or you can comment in the comment section of this video. But
make sure they good questions, good controversial questions. So we don't need that nice stuff. We grown. Give us the real questions.
You want real questions? You want real marriage questions?
Yeah, I want the real stuff. We about keeping it real. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we are. But yeah, y'all, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to head over to Joe's channel, show off reviews. My baby already has his watch hours. He just needs more bananas on his tree. So if you feel led in the spirit to be on his channel, then definitely do that. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you never miss an upload. And thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, which will be tomorrow. I will be posting a video tomorrow. And I will see you guys then. I think I'm doing a premiere. Don't know, but yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So talk to you guys soon. You gonna do it with me? Do it!
Also, I want to say one thing.
Hey!
I'm going to say one thing. Samara said raw. You heard what she said? Raw questions. Now, we get, you know what I'm saying? And that's we ain't being all this nice. Anyway, it's your boy Joe. Appreciate y'all coming out. Remember, monetize yourself.
This ain't your channel. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Bye.